what does the Pulteq Trick actually do, and how can you use it to create thicker low end and heavier and punchier kick drums? Here's what you need to know. So you may have heard about the Pulteq Trick, but it's never made quite sense to you because you're told to boost the low end, but also to attenuate the low end. And if you're an English as a second language student like me, then attenuate means cut. So what you're essentially doing is you're selecting a frequency, let's say 60 or 100 hertz, and you are boosting and cutting at the same time. What? Now, that doesn't make sense, because shouldn't this just be canceling each other out? Shouldn't these two knobs be fighting with each other and not doing anything? The thing is, when you look under the hood and when you realize the circuitry that is involved in this, is that it is actually two different curves that are boosting and attenuating, boosting and cutting, because the boost is a shelf, the cut is a bell curve. And so to demonstrate visually just what that means, I pulled out the shameless self-promoting Audio Issues EQ plugin here that you can get at audioissueseq.com. And what I have here is a 100 hertz boost at about 100 hertz. Let's say it's 10 dB. And then I also have a bell curve cut at the same amount in the opposite direction. But obviously, if you only boost with, let's say with the Pulteq, if you only boost, you get all of this thick low end here all the way over down from 100 hertz. But notice that you're also getting boosts from 100 hertz all the way up to about 250 or so. And now, as you can see with the visuals on the Audio Issues EQ here, that might be making your stuff muddy, or maybe even a little boomy, because you're not adding that sub thickness that you want, but you're also adding boominess and mud with the shelf boost. That's why cutting the same frequency with a bell curve comes in handy, and that's why the Pulteq Trick is so fun and so cool and so useful, is because if you cut the same amount with the bell curve, you get this curve. So now you're getting all of the low end thickness, but you're taking all of the possible boom and mud out. So it creates a slightly different EQ curve there. So you can see it there, green on blue. And so that's why that works. So let's see how this works in practice. I have a little kick drum sample for you here so you can hear it. Now, that sounds heavy and thick, but it also sounds a little bit boomy. So listen to what happens to that boominess when I increase the attenuation knob or cut more at the same frequency. It actually focuses the sound more. So now you're getting the best of both worlds, all that thick low end without any of the muddiness. And so you can do the same thing if you have a Pulteq EQ handy. You can also do it with the Audio Issues EQ. In fact, the punch, the thump and punch here on the analog boost module below is actually, when the focus is set to 0%, it's actually a shelf at 60 and 100 hertz modeled after the Pulteq EQs. And what it enables you to do is you can increase the gain here, but you can also, it doesn't have the same sort of set frequency curve on the cut, so you can actually be more flexible about your Pulteq Trick, or the Pulteq emulation trick here, by moving the cut curve around. So you get this extra thickness, but maybe you don't want the curve to be quite so low. Maybe you want to move it up a little bit. So that's what's happening under the hood on the Pulteq EQ, and you can recreate it with the Audio Issues EQ with even more flexibility. All right, I hope you found this useful. Please remember to subscribe to the channel if you like this trick and want more. I'm Bjorkman from Audio Issues, author of Step by Step Mixing, how to create great mixes using only 5 plugins. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.